Madison is taking my boy David through hell for absolutely nothing. Girl, tell that man you don't want him so that he could go on with his life because he's obviously catching feelings for you, and this is not fair. It is not fair at all. David, tell Michelle you don't want nothing to do with her. You don't like the way she treated you. So this way, she can stop pretending like she care. Okay? Let's do that. MM, the marriage is over, sis. The marriage is over. Let it go. It is time to let it go. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Married at First Sight, season 18, episode 13. Oh my God, these people are driving me crazy, okay? They're literally driving me crazy, and we definitely got some things to get into. But before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video on through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If y'all one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? If you've been here before, right, and you find yourself keep coming back and you just have not pressed the button yet, I'm just trying to figure out why. Like, just press subscribe. It's not even that hard, and it's free. Press subscribe because we are literally 180 away from 11K. Like, ooh, look at us. So what I need for you to do is just go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you. All right, y'all. That's it. Let's go ahead and get into this review. So MM and Akeche are going to the ice cream shop because they're dating now. You know, they're dating, okay? The first thing he said when he saw her, did you get taller? I said, oh, Lord. Another thing he's intimidated by, the fact that the girl is taller than him in heels, okay? We already know the man can't take her. He can't even take her in heels, child. It's just a mess. Anyway, they sit down, and I'm like, I don't like when MM and Akeche talk because it just bothers my spirit because I know that he's about to play in her face. He sat there and asked her what brings her joy. She said, oh, this ice cream right now, my family, people being supportive, feeling valued, you know, that type of stuff. All the things you're not doing. Okay? But I'm sitting here like, Catch, remember you said, no questions, sir. You just want to, get to learn them by being around her. So here you go. This is what you asked for. That's why she's giving you nothing, okay? But I already told y'all that Akeche does this thing where he asks questions that he wants you to ask him back so that he can give you an answer, right? And that's exactly what he did, because then she turned around and said, and so what brings you joy? And he couldn't wait. He could not wait to bring up the fact that he's going back to Houston and he's going to meet his niece and he's going to be with his mother and his brothers and he's going to have a great time playing in her face. And MM's like, I would have loved to see your mom. No, the man's playing in your face. If he wanted you there, he would have invited you, and obviously he didn't, okay? But instead of like addressing her, liking to see his mom or whatever, he's just like, how about I call you in the morning and in the evening to check in on you? Go away. Go away from me with this BS. Just go away. Okay? So then he decides he wants to pull out some cards and he wants to play cards with MM. And MM noticed that he ain't got no ring on. He's talking about some, oh, I take it off when I do dishes and I clean up. Sir, do we look like fools? You're the clown, not her, okay? She's not a fool. She said that this shows that he's not committed to the marriage, and that him going back to Houston and not inviting her also shows her that he's not committed to the marriage. I'm glad you figured it out, sis, because, I don't know what it was going to take for you to realize that this man has not been committed to this marriage at all. But nonetheless, he's going away and MM's going to be alone by herself as always, all right? So Camille and Thomas are giving each other massages. Camille's ready to get turned every way but loose, okay? She said Thomas is a nice guy, and that translates into the bedroom. She said the bedroom can use a little bit of spicing up. Child, Camille, I don't know if she hates Thomas or what, but the way she jumped on that man's back, I said, he is an old man, Camille. You can't just be jumping on that man like that. I was like, she secretly hates him. She has to. She had the massager all the way up to 5, hurting that man, torturing him. And Thomas is just sitting there trying to take it, but he can't take it. He's like, girl, you got to turn the speed down a little bit. She got to hate him. I feel like she just got to hate him. That, or she get into some really, really kinky stuff, okay? So now the girls are meeting up for drinks and mimosa, and Carla got her soundboards because she's about to do a sound bath for the girls, okay? The men are meeting up and they're at the boxing gym ready to release some of that energy because everybody's relationship is in shambles, all right? We already know that Akeche is not showing up because he's in Houston with his family, but I feel like he wouldn't have came anyway because he doesn't really want to open up and share about his marriage with these people. Remember, that's what he said? Yeah, that's what he said. So while they have this sound bath and it looks very relaxing, now we have to talk about the trauma of it all, okay? And tells the women that, Ike moved out and that they are now dating. And he's not wearing his wedding ring and he didn't invite her to Houston. And she doesn't really think that, he's in this marriage. It just makes me laugh because I'm like, girl. Anyway, M makes it clear that if he wasn't her husband and if they were really dating, he definitely wouldn't have a second date. I said, girl, I'm going to have to give it to you. I'm going to have to give it to you because every time I sit there and say, you're being desperate, you remind me that you signed up for the show and you're going to stick it out. And I have to respect it. I know we say it's giving desperate, but this is what's supposed to happen on Married at First Sight. You are supposed to be committed and try to make it work until the very end, right? So I'm gonna have to give you your props for that. Am I happy about it? Absolutely not. Do I feel some type of way? Absolutely, because I don't want you to go out looking like this. But I get it, sis. I get it. So Michelle brings up the text message, the you so damn fine, I can't wait to eat you up or something like that, or whatever the case may be. And as soon as she brings up the text, Madison does this like fake nervous laugh. And I said, oof. Let me sit back because I need to pay attention to the body language of it all, okay? So then Michelle was like, he said that it was for his cousin, but I really believe that it was for another girl, right? Meanwhile, Dave is over with the men, still telling his side of the lie, okay? Still trying to make these men believe that he really intended for this text to be for his cousin. And I'm sitting here like, David, give it up, sir. Give it up. Everybody knows it's a lie. Okay? The men are over there like, oh, I see how. No. Don't feed into his delusion. Don't do it. Y'all know, and he know that he didn't mean to send that to nobody but Madison. Okay. But Michelle's telling the women like, but this was the night that he was out with y'all talking about Carla and Madison. Okay, but she was like, so did y'all like see anything? And I'm like, yeah, did y'all see anything? Madison said she was looking for her phone. He was helping her look for her phone. Carla's face tells me that she knows more than she's saying. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Madison had the nerve to encourage Michelle to actually ask him about it, but do it softly, do it gentle, because don't yell at my man, sis. Don't yell at my man. That's the energy Madison giving off, okay? So Carla said, the truth always comes out. Baby, can we just take a minute to talk about how disgusting this is? Can we just take a minute to talk about how foul of a person you have to be, Madison, to sit there and smile in Michelle's face while she's telling you that she think her so-called husband is texting another woman and that woman is you? And you got the nerve to be sitting there encouraging her to talk to him nicely and softly? Ooh, baby, let me tell you something. This is all the way effed up. Okay, it's one thing to like step outside your marriage or whatever, but it's another thing to step outside your marriage with somebody else who's in another marriage and y'all all hang out together. That is blowing me because that means that you was texting David Madison while she was there with Alan. Child, a mess. A freaking mess. And y'all got the nerve to tell me, don't be mad at David. David was wrong. That's what y'all said to me. But let's move on. So Michelle and David are meeting with Pastor Cal. But Michelle gets there first, so she has to fill Pastor Cal in on a text message, okay? And Pastor Cal was like, that sounds weird to me. And she was like, yeah, it sounds like a lie. Absolutely. Definitely does sound like a lie, okay? Then she told him how, he's meeting up with girls for coffee. He's texting other women. I said, David, this don't look good, sir. This don't look good. It just don't look good, okay? Michelle said her parents got divorced because of infidelity, so this triggers her. And this is the only reason why I think Michelle's really digging deep, because like she's triggered. I don't think she really cares, but she definitely is triggered by this action, okay? Which is causing her to go down a rabbit hole with the whole situation, okay? So then David shows up and Pastor Kyle was like, let's get down to it. What's going on? He's like, with the marriage or the text message? No, with the text message, David. Don't play stupid today. Don't play stupid today, okay? Pastor Cal said the text message. He's still lying. That's his lie, and he's sticking to it, okay? My cousin sent me a picture. I text back with the wrong verbiage, and I can see how that looks wrong, but I swear on God that that's what happened. Lies, 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 and more lies, okay? Michelle tells him why this triggers her, because her parents got divorced, and he acting like he cared. You don't care, David. You don't care. So let's talk about these other women. He said the women he went to go see is in a relationship, so therefore it doesn't really count. It shouldn't really matter. Michelle said, I feel like there's something bigger going on, like you're hiding something. He's hiding Madison. That's all this is, okay? That's literally all this is, okay? So he's choosing not to show the phone. Pastor Kyle's like, all you got to do is show the phone and we could have this squash and finish, but David's not here for it. David finally says that he's had doubts about this relationship and he's kind of been over it because he does not like the way that she's been handling him. I'm like, that's all we needed, David. That's all we needed. Michelle was like, but hold on. But I've been honest. And you made it seem like you was okay with my honesty. That's true. That's the one. That is true. She has not lied. She has not lied. And from my knowledge, we don't know. She hasn't been cheating. Fair is fair. Fair is fair, okay? So David felt like the door was completely closed. Pastor Cal's like, there's no way the door could be completely closed because she obviously cares. Michelle doesn't care. Okay, let's make that clear. She doesn't care, but she's triggered. So she's invested at this point, okay? She's invested because she just wants to get down to the bottom of this, okay? She says that the door wasn't completely closed because they've been hanging out and she's been getting better and they've been talking. And in her defense, I feel like she has been trying but not trying, okay? The same way David keeps saying he's trying but low-key still texting and going out with other women, they basically doing the same thing. Michelle's just been a little bit more honest about, what she got going on than David. So Pastor Cal tries to make some sense of all of this and tell these two that they really just need to have a conversation about everything. If you're going to move forward, if you're going to work on this marriage, then have the conversation, put it all out there on the floor, and then decide what to do next, okay? Michelle's like, but what about the text message? I say, oh God, Michelle, let it go. Let it go. But Pastor Cal said, bring Denise in this. Go talk to Denise. David said, nah. This is my marriage. I'm not going to bring nobody else into it. Pastor Cal said, but you already did. You already did. He done told Michelle to go call Denise. I said, Pastor Cal, you's a messy man. Because why would you tell Michelle to go call Denise? I love it. I am so here for the drama of it all, okay? Now, as much as we know Michelle don't care and we know what's really going on, I just love to see it all unfold because I live for the drama. I really do. I'm not even going to hold you. So Michelle is still keeping her foot on David's neck about this text message. She's outside. Show me the text message. Show me the picture. And he's like, no. He's like, oh, so now you care? Now you care? She was like, I care now. Yeah, you care now, but you don't care, Michelle. We know you don't care. But nonetheless, I'm here for the drama of it all. All of it. So Michelle, keep digging because the only way we're going to get to the end of this when we find out that David and Madison are some low down dirty dogs is by you, my dear sis. Keep on digging. But I will agree with Michelle when she said that this is disrespectful to the process because it is. You only have 8 weeks. You have 8 weeks to just make a decision, and then you are free to do whatever you want. Is not fair to the process. But anyway, let's move on. Juan and Carla are meeting with Dr. Pia. Carla lets her know that Juan met her parents. And, Dr. P is like, how did that go? Juan's still focusing on all this food, okay? He's like, yeah, she opened up the bowls and plates and pans, and we had leftovers for days. And Dr. P was like, yeah, no, how was it meeting her parents? He was like, it was cool. Like, they were good people. Overall, these two are still working towards being a couple, okay? So Dr. P brought up some pictures from Carla's Instagram. So apparently she's doing a lot of flirtatious stuff on Instagram. Okay, so Dr. P asked Juan how did he feel about that, and he said, you know what, I don't mind. And then he said if he was Carla, he would be humping that man too. And I was like, Juan, you say a lot of sus stuff, sir, a lot of stuff that sounds a little sus. But I'm gonna let it rock. Okay? Dr. P was like, so how we gonna get y'all two to humping on each other? It's not gonna happen because Juan doesn't want to hump her. Okay? Carla has no problem. I think that Carla is down for all the humping that can be done. It's Juan who's not ready. Dr. P suggests that they go ahead and do a tantric yoga section. And this is right up Carla's lane, so she is excited about that. So Madison and Alan are going to meet with Dr. Pia. They talk about the Twister game and how they had fun and how it helped them to communicate a little bit better, get a little bit flirty. So Dr. Pia wants to talk about trust and intimacy with them, okay? Alan says that he does trust her. And I'm like, don't trust her, Alan. Don't trust her. Madison brings up his drinking again, okay, or whatever the case may be. And she says that she trusts him with her feelings and being vulnerable. Yeah, and you trust David, which I'm gonna let it go, okay? So Dr. P is gonna send them a game to help them open up physically. Madison said that she's ready. Lie. Girl, you don't want nothing to do with Alan physically. Let's be real. So then Dr. Pia goes to meet with Camille and Thomas, and she asks them about their sex life because, they be getting it in or whatever, okay? Of course, they're still having sex, but Camille does feel like she always has to initiate the sex, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but she does want him to do it as well, okay? We find out that Thomas has been putting in a lot of tongue work, okay? He's been pleasing and getting the job done, and, Camille wants him to, rough her up a little bit, throw her around, pull her hair, smack her, do all the things of the things. And Thomas is down with it. I feel like once you tell Thomas what you want, he's gonna give it to you, and that is it, okay? But she's not doing what she's supposed to do. He's doing it all because he's like, I would like for her to, put her tongue to work too. I want to see what that mouth do too. Camille said that is something deeper for her, and she's just not there yet. Ding, light went off in my head, okay? Camille's just having fun. I don't think she really is in this for the long run. I think she's just having fun because you won't go down on him because you're not there yet. It's not deep yet, but you are sitting here acting like, everything's great and y'all involving. Right. Okay. Nonetheless, Thomas respects that, and we expect nothing different from Thomas because that's the type of man he is. So MM is once again alone, but at least this time she is at her house, okay? She said there's no peace in that apartment, and I'm like, yeah, just stay away from the apartment. Just stay. Every time y'all go in that apartment, all hell breaks loose, okay? She doesn't know if Ike's gonna come back, and I'm like, girl, let that man be where he at, because every time he comes around, he drags you through the mud, and then you end up being worse off than when he came in. Just let him stay out. Just let him stay away. He don't need to come back. You stay at your house. If he come back, you won't be there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So anyway, Juan and Carla are at their apartment, and they're talking about sex. They're talking about pooping. And now they're doing tantric yoga. Okay, Juan's cool with this type of tantric yoga that he Googled because it's not really intimate. Okay, they're not really facing each other, touching each other. Everything's back to back. So he feels like, yeah, I could do this. Child, wait till we get to this yoga. Because never mind. We'll get there when we get there. So anyway, David's on his diary cam acting like he cares that Michelle isn't staying at the apartment, and he really hopes that they can move past this. This is what pisses me off about David, y'all. This is what pisses me off. It's because he really be sitting there making you believe that he's trying, and he know deep down inside that he's not. This is why I'm going to stay on his neck. Y'all be mad at me all y'all want. Y'all be mad at me all y'all want. I am going to stay on his neck, okay? So Madison and Alan are playing with the toys and the games that Dr. Pia, gave to them. And And they're answering questions about sex. And I'm like, this conversation is so unserious and it's really not waking up any sexual tension. Madison said that there's some sexual chemistry there. That's a lie. Not really gonna buy it, okay? So this Alec came out his mouth and was like, you know what? I realized, that you're not really like a one night stand type of girl. You're not a hook up type of girl. I said, "Oh, child, no, he didn't. No, he didn't." And Madison took it exactly how I thought Madison would take it. Cause, sir, she said you called her a hooker. It's definitely giving hooker. And if you're cheating with David, I'm gonna stick with it. That could just be your new nickname, hooker. Okay. So she asked Alan, like, why did you think that? Like, he's like, because like, when you be dancing, you be sticking your butt out and you be doing all of this. And she's like, but that's just dancing. And that's just having fun. I was like, yeah, y'all might as well go ahead and wrap this game up. Game over. Game over. I mean, Alan's trying his best to clean it up, but Madison's definitely feeling away, okay? So now Madison's crying because she's being perceived as a hoe, and no one believes that she really worked hard for everything she got, and Alan didn't even validate her, and you're supposed to be my husband, and you don't have my back. I mean, she is doing a lot. Doing a whole lot, okay? I'm like, girl, bye. You over there sexting David. We don't have time for this. Stop with all the shenanigans, okay? So her and Alan are now arguing, and she said that she has to leave to go make a phone call. Now we assume that leave go make a phone call mean that she going outside in the hallway, right? Okay, that's what we assume. Okay, put a pin in that. We'll be back. So Thomas and Camille are playing with the toys and the games that Dr. Pia sent them over. She got that man all tied up. She is taking complete control of him. Camille's a freak, okay? Camille is freaky, freaky, freaky. Okay, she is whipping him and everything. I said, oh, she's into the things, okay? But then Thomas had to do his little 1-2, tie her up, and he went in for the kisses and the sensualness of it. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's a word today, okay? And he was like, kiss her, and I said, "Oh, they gonna have fun tonight." Yes, I love that for them. I love that for them. Go ahead. This is the spice you said you needed, Camille, right? Dr. Pia, mission accomplished. So remember I told y'all to put a pin in the fact that Madison was going to make a phone call, right? So now we back at it, and Alan wakes up at 1 a.m. in the morning and realizes that Madison isn't there, okay? So he's starting to feel a type of way. He's feeling guilty. He's feeling worried. He don't really know what to think. He hates the fact that he was the reason that she left. And, she ain't come home. So how we go from making a phone call to staying out all hours of the night, Madison? Make it make sense, okay? Madison said that she's mad because he called her a hooker. Well, sis, if the shoe fits, wear it. Because right now, I feel like it's fitting. Just saying. And I just really need Madison to stop acting like this is the reason she's gonna say no on decision day. Like, I can't believe that this is what he thinks of me. He's supposed to be my husband, and we only have a couple more days. And I don't know if we can make this positive. Girl, bye. You was not saying yes anyway. Okay, please. So MM called Dr. Pia to tell her that her and Ike decided that they both wasn't going to move back in together. Right, okay. And Dr. Pia's like, what happened? And Emmett said, nothing happened. Like, that's literally what happened. Nothing. She said nothing happened. We didn't really talk since that day. We met up one time. He told me he was going to Houston. He didn't invite me. I feel like he's abandoning this marriage. Dr. P is like, but that's not what we talked about. And I'm like, y'all do know that that man literally just told y'all what y'all wanted to hear so that he can leave and go about his business. He's not in the business of, going back and forth with y'all. He told y'all, I'm going to move back in, and never did, so that y'all could leave him alone. We already know what was happening, okay? But nonetheless, MN says she's struggling because she's lost. But she's still in it, and she's still hoping there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope the light at the end of the tunnel is another man. That's it. Because I saw the ring, sis. I saw the ring on the after party. Matter of fact, I ain't even got my ring on. Oops. But what I'm saying is, I hope at the end of the tunnel, there's another man. If there is, don't y'all come in the daggone comments spoiling it for me because I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to be spoiled yet, okay? So Juan and Carla are getting ready for the Tantric yoga, and Carla done almost burnt the daggone house down with her candles and sage and whatnot, all right? So then this instructor showed up in her little pink lingerie dress, and I said, oh, I got one like that. I hope I don't look like that in that, but I got one like I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because y'all, I really do got one that's similar to that. Oh, child, who raised me? Throw it away immediately. Throw it away immediately, okay? So now they start with the heart chakras and connecting to each other and sending each other energy. And then they start rubbing roses on Juan and blowing on him. Y'all, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. It's one thing to like instruct Carla to do it, but Miss Lady Ma'am, why you over there blowing and rubbing roses all over Juan? Are we about to have a threesome? Because if y'all are, I need to know to look away immediately. Because, baby, what was happening in that room? That's some freaky ish. It wasn't giving tantric yoga. It was giving, yeah, I'm down for what y'all down for. Y'all down for what we down for. That's what it was giving. That's all I'm saying, okay? Juan is like so unserious about all of this. And I guess it's because he doesn't find any of this romantic. And I mean, like, how could you with this lady sitting right here, rubbing and blowing on you with rose? It's a lot going on, okay? But nonetheless, he decides that he wants to do this on Carla. And he's just, having fun with it. There's no romance between these two. If this didn't open up or tingle something, I mean, I don't know, because nothing about that should have made you tingle. But nonetheless, okay, there's no chemistry between these two. So Alan goes to join Madison in her workout, and David's not there, okay? And he wants to know what's on her mind. She wants him to know where she was coming from. She feels like people don't take her seriously, and she knows he wasn't trying to be malicious or anything like that, but the words that he chose just wasn't okay. And Alan's like, but you've said things to me, like you called me a pushover and stuff like that, and I just didn't take it to heart. He called her sensitive or overly sensitive, and that pissed her off, okay, because now she's getting defensive. And I'm sitting here like, but he's not wrong, Madison. You said things about this man and he just took it on the chin. And he was literally just trying to say that he did have the wrong impression of you in the beginning. The same way you said you had that impression of him. What's the difference? Oh, you thought yours was more hurtful because it's basically calling you a hooker or a hoe? Like, girl, go away, okay? But this wasn't what Alan really wanted to talk about. Nonetheless, Alan really wanted to bring up the fact that she didn't bring her behind home till late, super late that morning. She's like, it doesn't matter. I came home, though. I came home. Alan said he had a dream that the show went dark and he had to watch her marry someone else, and that hurt him. I said, oh my God, y'all, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. Alan may be getting in this too deep. Because there's no reason you should be dreaming about this girl like this, okay? But maybe God's trying to show you something. Maybe God's trying to tell you something, Alan. Pay attention. Pay attention. What they say, open your third eye. I don't even know if I believe in that, but I feel like that's the right thing to say at this time, okay? So Madison gets upset and storms out and has a fit because he called her sensitive and blah, 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 blah. Alan said, you know what? I'm just going to go talk to her. He said that he's going to lay it all out on the table because he wants her to know that he cares, okay? And not hearing from her really affected him. And he realized that night that he has strong feelings for her. He's not in love with her, but he actually has strong feelings for her. Madison once again is like, I'm not mad, but my feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. And I'm like, this man literally just sat there and told you basically that he's falling in love with you and he really cares about you, and you still bringing up how your feelings were hurt and he called you overly sensitive. Madison does not care for Alan. It is plain and simple. But I hate that she's like, it's okay, give me a hug. It's okay, I'm going to keep trying. Right? I'm going to keep trying down in the notebook, the handy dandy notebook that we keep for all our reviews. Write it down, okay? I'm going to keep trying because that is the same thing that Madison and David keep saying this whole damn season, and yet and still no one is trying. But they hug, and we're moving forward. So Michelle takes this time to call Denise. And I was like, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So she calls Denise and she's like, Denise, David said he sent you a text. And Denise said, yeah, he told me what he told me was to basically lie to you. And I told him I'm not down for it. I'm not playing these games with him. And that's not fair. I said, oh, well, we know for a fact that it's a lie. I mean, we didn't need to know for a fact. We already knew for a fact, but at least now we know for a fact that it's a lie. Lie, lie. Now, Michelle, keep digging, because we need to know who the text went to. Keep digging, girl. Because what did Carla say? The truth always comes out. Y'all, I cannot wait. The episodes are, coming at us fast. So next week, I feel like it's going to be a lot going on as well. I'm really excited to get into this after party because I need to know what David said. I really need to hear him lie some more because I'm sure he's still up there on the damn after party lying because him and Madison belong together. At this point, they literally belong together. But I'll be back with the after party review on Saturday. So make sure you guys stick around. If you did not subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. Please, okay? If you did not like this video already, go ahead and press the like button. Y'all go ahead, leave your comments down below. Keep the conversation going. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.